What do you get when you combine raw power, cutting-edge design, and a need for speed? The answer lies in some of the most legendary American muscle cars of the 1960s. Performance was universally rated in the quarter-mile drag strip, where these beasts competed for the shortest time from a standing start to the end of a quarter-mile straight. But which muscle car truly claimed the title of the fastest quarter-mile runner? Well, buckle up as we blitz through the top 10 fastest quarter-mile runners of the 1960s. Kicking off with number 10, the 1965 Mustang GT 289. The 1965 Ford Mustang GT 289 is one of the most iconic muscle cars of the 60s. The 289 cubic V8 produced an impressive 271 horsepower at 6,000 RPMs and unleashed 312 pound-foot of torque, proving never to judge a book by its cover. The engine was tweaked to increase performance and high RPM reliability. Despite having a smaller engine compared to the competition, GT 289 could hit the quarter mile in about 15.2 seconds while attaining a speed of 97 miles an hour, which was respectable in the GT 289's era, but only enough to make it 10th in this ranking. At number 9 is the 1969 Chevrolet Camaro RS Z28. When the 1969 Chevy Camaro RS Z28 first hit the scene, it immediately announced itself as one of the hottest muscle cars on the market and became a seductive popular choice among American drivers. The 1969 Camaro RS Z28 was equipped with a 302 cubic inch 4.9-liter V8, as it could relentlessly push the car to about 290 horsepower at 6,500 RPMs and 290 pound-foot of torque at 4,000 RPM. While the 1969 Camaro RS Z28 may have lacked the outright size to match some of its rival muscle cars, it didn't lack in grunt. When tested at the drag strip, the Camaro Z28 recorded a competitive time of completing the quarter mile in 14.8 seconds, coupled with a top speed of 135 miles an hour, making the Camaro RS Z28 a track-worthy machine. With a notable time of racing the quarter mile in about 14.5 seconds, the 1964 Pontiac Tempest GTO is one of the classic American muscle cars to be built in the 60s. Born as a successor to the 1961 Pontiac Tempest, the 64 Pontiac Tempest GTO was designed to be a competitive muscle car capable of keeping up and sometimes outrunning most of the muscle cars of its era. It featured a 389 cubic inch V8 exuding 348 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, which helped the Pontiac Tempest GTO achieve a top speed of 130 miles an hour and an acceleration from complete standstill to over 60 miles an hour in between 6 and 7 seconds. Depending on the engine option add configuration, these performance figures contributed to the GTO's reputation as one of the original muscle cars, blending power with style and setting the stage for the muscle car era. The KR in the 1968 GTO 500 KR stands for King of the Road, and in the 1960s it was. The GT500 was a beast as well as a collector's item, as only 1,571 of these beauties were produced according to Barrett Jackson. Its engine consists of a 428 cubic inch V8, also known as the Police Interceptor engine, which was capable of emitting approximately 335 horsepower and 420 pound-foot of torque, and equipped with a Holley 4-barrel carb that contributed to its impressive performance. 13.9 seconds was all it took for the 68 Shelby GT500 KR to hit the quarter-mile sprint, reaching a top speed of 130 miles an hour and going from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, making the GT500 KR one of the fastest accelerating muscle cars of its era. The 1966 Satellite 426 Hemi is an American muscle car that embodies the spirit of American performance during the golden age of muscle cars. Introduced as part of Plymouth's B-Body series, the Satellite seamlessly blended striking design with formidable power, quickly becoming a favorite among gearheads. Under the hood of the Satellite was a 426 cubic inch 7.0-liter Hemi V8 engine, delivering an impressive 425 horsepower and a robust 490 pound-foot of torque. This powerful engine was made with a 4-speed manual, providing a dynamic driving experience. And in terms of the quarter-mile performance, the Satellite 426 Hemi could blitz the entire distance in 13.8 seconds, indicating its impressive acceleration capabilities that made it a favorite among drag racers and is still a highly sought-after muscle car to this day. Moving on to number 5, the 1969 Hurst Oldsmobile 442. Originally a package on the Cutlass, the 1969 Hurst Oldsmobile 442 became its own model on its own from 1969, known for its speed and agility, featuring exclusive tweaks that enhanced its appeal to automotive enthusiasts. The 1969 Oldsmobile 442 was powered by a range of variant engines, with the most memorable being the 455 cubic inch 7.5-liter V8, producing 365 horsepower and 500 pound-foot of torque. This engine was paired with either a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic, allowing drivers to choose their preferred driving experience, and its iconic white and gold livery made it arguably one of the most beautiful muscle cars to arise from the 60s, as well as one of the fastest. One of the most thrilling features of the 69 Oldsmobile 442 is its remarkable quarter-mile dash, which it could conquer in just 13.7 seconds. This impressive achievement showcased its powerful capabilities and made it a formidable contender in the world of drag racing. The Dodge Charger is a model of automobile marketed by Dodge in various forms over 8 generations since 1966. The 1969 Dodge Charger RT Hemi is known for its aggressive styling and rebellious nature that became a symbol of speed and power on the streets. The most impressive feature of the 1969 Dodge Charger RT Hemi was its quarter-mile capability, completing the distance in 13.5 seconds. This remarkable time made it a favorite option among drag racers. At the heart of the 69 Charger RT was a 426 cubic inch 7.0-liter Hemi V8, releasing a staggering 425 horsepower and 490 pound-foot of torque. This formidable engine was given the option to be mated with either a 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic transmission, offering drivers a feeling like none other. With its robust power unit, the Charger RT could go from 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds, showing its quick responsiveness, which turned it into a drag beast. Breaking into the top 3 now is the 1969 Plymouth GTX. Originally introduced as a high-performance version of the Belvedere, the 69 Plymouth GTX etched itself onto the history book of the automotive world and earned the nickname Gentleman's Car. The mighty 1969 Plymouth GTX features the exact same 426 cubic inch 7.0-liter Hemi V8 as its Charger cousin, which releases 425 horsepower to push the vehicle from a standstill to 60 miles an hour in a mere 6 seconds and reaching a top speed of approximately 125 miles an hour. Safe to say, the massive power from the 69 Plymouth GTX's engine was translated onto the drag strips of the 60s as it eradicated the quarter mile in 13.5 seconds. The GTX, when compared to the 69 Charger, was very similar in performance, but is ranked higher due to the slight difference in their work. Number 2 goes to the 1969 Chevrolet ZL1. Every Camaro lover knows the story of the phenomenal Chevrolet ZL1. Forged from the intense competition that Chevrolet faced for its muscle cars, the success of the 69 Chevrolet ZL1 was based on the fact that it could speed blitz the quarter mile in 13.2 seconds and compete with the best American muscle cars and beat almost everyone. At the core of the ZL1 was a rigid 427 cubic inch V8, producing a noteworthy 430 horsepower and 460-foot torque, which allowed the Chevy ZL1 to be propelled from 0 to 60 in 5.4 seconds. Showcasing an impressive power-to-weight ratio. Due to how it was built, the Chevrolet ZL1 weighed very little compared to other muscle cars, which played an important role of helping the ZL1 achieve the speed it required to beat all but one of the legendary muscle cars. Number 1. The 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner A12. And taking the prize for the fastest quarter-mile runner of the 60s is the 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner. The Roadrunner closed the distance of a quarter mile in a jaw-dropping 13 seconds flat, which made it the fastest muscle car ever seen on the track. The 69 Roadrunner featured the monstrous 440 cubic inch V8, often referred to as the six-pack due to its trio of 2-barrel carburetors. This power unit produced an impressive 390 horsepower and 490 pound-foot of torque, allowing for an incredible acceleration. The A12 also featured a lightweight fiberglass hood with functional scoops, enhancing both performance and style, along with wide 15-inch Goodyear tires for attaining maximum traction while racing. With its iconic design, the 1969 Plymouth A12 stands as a legendary muscle car engraved into the history books of automotive history and is treasured by collectors and muscle car enthusiasts alike. So, which of these iconic muscle cars has surprised you the most over a quarter mile? And what muscle cars do you think have the fastest to dash a quarter mile? Drop your pics in the comments below. If you love this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join our wonderful community.